joke, but I've had this written down for a while. I also want to congratulate all of you all for making the final cut for this wedding. Good job. Cheers to that. For you guys who don't know, I'm Alex's younger brother, Andrew Hubb. I'm also honored to be Alex's best man. It wasn't always apparent that I was going to fulfill this role, but here we are, and hopefully I'll give you some context for how we got here shortly. So one of my earliest memories of Alex is when he hit me in the back of the head with a pillow, and my head hit the kitchen counter, and I had to go to the ER to get stitches in my forehead. So our relationship obviously didn't get off to the hottest start, but it's hopefully all gotten better from there. Alex's decision-making has always been one of his strongest suits. One summer day, Alex, Nelsie, Jackie and I were playing hockey in the garage. So it had just rained. There were some snakes that slid into the garage, and Alex, is very aware of his surroundings. So he grabbed his hockey stick, ran inside, and locked the door. So three of us are trapped in the garage, and Jackie is like mortally afraid of snakes, and Nelsie is a prolific screamer. I think eventually Alex had the wherewithal to unlock the door and let our cat out, Whiskers, and then Whiskers chased the snakes away. So I want to say thanks to Alex for doing that. Thanks, Al. I feel like Alex is a pretty stylish guy now, but in middle school, he definitely had an affinity for Abercrombie clothing and puka shell necklaces. I'm not going to pretend like I'm the most fashion-forward person in the world, but that was one look I definitely could tell at the time was not going to age well. I also inherited a lot of hand-me-downs from Alex, just being the younger brother, but somehow I was able to avoid having my own Abercrombie phase. So I appreciate you making some mistakes so that I didn't have to make them as well. When we got into high school, on weekends, Alex really liked to wake me up by jumping on my bed and tickling me in the ribs, which is pretty close to the bottom of like my preferred methods of like waking up. It's not something I've incorporated into my morning routine as an adult, but I've been reflecting on it as an adult, and I found this sort of surprising because Alex never seemed to be able to wake up on time on weekdays. So we were always late for school, and it led to us serving detention quite a few times. But I definitely appreciate all the rides you gave me to school. Thanks for that. Alex went off to college and chose biomedical engineering as his major. Pretty ambitious guy. Sometime during his freshman year, he dropped engineering and pivoted to physiology, which is a big word. Sounds impressive, but I didn't really think this was like a particularly significant development at the time. And I can't exactly remember how he spun this whole story, but apparently engineering was just too hard for him, so that's why he changed his major. So years later, for some reason, Alex wasn't able to attend my graduation from engineering school, which is definitely unfortunate because it was a beautiful ceremony. Could have been there. Yeah, Alex and I haven't. So yeah, we haven't lived in the same place since I was 15. So sort of the signs of him growing up have come in snapshots over the years. A few years ago, he had a week off work and he came to Texas, and we drove from Houston to Hill Country to go on just the two of us went fly fishing for a week. I'm not a big fisherman, so I was struggling to tie flat or tie whatever. And the first thing I noticed was Alex's, fine motor skills are just much better than mine. But more importantly, in that calm setting where Alex was passionate about the activity, he was very patient, nurturing, dedicated. I think when he's comfortable and supported, he's just a really good person to be around. He's very generous and hardworking and funny, and just happy. You've changed over the years. Really appreciate that. Obviously, I don't have as rich of a history with Emily, but I can tell that you're an amazing woman, and I can tell that you and Alex are great partners. Everyone on our side of the family is very, very excited to have you join our family, and we look forward to being a part of your story together. I guess in your marriage, along the way, there will inevitably be ups and downs, but I certainly hope you two enjoy the journey. So cheers to Alex and Emily.